GB News host Eamonn Holmes certainly didn't mince his words as he shared his frustration following Sir Keir Starmer's latest pledge. GB News host Eamonn Holmes has lashed out over the government pledging a further £100 million to a scheme that has no chance of working. During Monday's episode, August 4th, the 65-year-old broadcaster woke up the nation alongside his co-host Ellie Costello, where they discussed some of the biggest stories hitting the headlines. It didn't take long before the conversation turned to politics, with the biggest issue of the day being Sir Keir Starmer's pledge after he assigned a further £100 million to break up the people smuggling gangs. The funding will go towards the one-in one-out return scheme with France to help deter small boat migrants from making the illegal trip across the English Channel. The funding will also pay for 300 more National Crime Agency offices alongside new technology to improve intelligence gathering. The changes come as figures reveal over 25,000 small boat migrants have entered the UK this year alone. The Home Secretary Yvette Cooper claims Labour have set the foundations for a newer and much stronger law enforcement approach. The presenting duo welcomed former Conservative advisor Oscar Redrop onto the programme to discuss the news, and Eamonn certainly didn't waste any time in sharing his frustration on the matter. He began, "What a load of bunk. Why are we wasting £100 million on this?" Oscar countered, "This is the #1 issue for voters. Here we go, Labour Party, if you solve this mission, you could win the next election, but it feels as though just a year into this story that they've given up. This announcement today on a quiet August Monday morning politically is giving up." Eamonn added, "What if they actually don't know they've given up? What if they don't know there's no incentive in France for all of this? That would worry me more, that they actually haven't got the wick to realize this has no chance of working." The former politician agreed, "It has no chance of working. It is a relatively small amount of money, unfortunately, and the real thing here is they're pushing this £100 million into something that is clearly not working. This is counterproductive. They're wasting money. These are brutal crime organizations that profiteer off these channel crossings. If they did see this announcement, they would be laughing at it." It didn't take long before fans flooded to X, formerly known as Twitter, as they shared their concerns online, with one user posting, "Starmer knows this, we all know this, it's basically a £100 million smoke and mirrors trick. But that's what Starmer is about, tricks. Starmer could absolutely stop the boats within a week, but he absolutely won't." Anotier agreed, "Gangs are smashed when they no longer have a product to sell. At the moment they are selling the possibility of UK residency, housing, and welfare, paid for by the British taxpayer." A third chimed in with, £100 million to smash gangs, but still no proper support for asylum seekers or tackling root causes like war and poverty. It's all smoke and mirrors while vulnerable people pay the price. Where's the real solution, Eamonn?